So today we're going to be focusing on the order of operations. What the order of operations are, it's basically a rule that lets you know which operation is performed first in an algebraic expression. So when using the order of operations for an algebraic expression, there's a quick, simple little thing that you can use to help memorize it. It's called PEMDAS. Or another way to think of it is, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It's a nice, simple way to remember what the order is. When it comes to the order, the P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponent. The M stands for multiplication. D stands for division. A stands for addition. And S stands for subtraction. So when you come across any expression, you're always going to look at the parentheses first. Second, after you solve the parentheses, you're going to go to the exponents and solve any of the exponents second. Third is actually you're going to use multiplication and division is going to be third, both of them together, and you're going to use it. You're going to solve them whichever they are from left to right. From left to right. And in the examples that we're going to show you in the video, you'll understand. You'll see why. And then after the multiplication and division, you would go on to addition and subtraction. And addition and subtraction is the same thing as multiplication. You would use it from left to right. This is the most important part of the video, so please write this down in your notes. So in this example, we are wanting to figure out what the answer is, and we are going to be using our order of operations. So remember what we have. We have P, E, M, D, A, S. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So let's look at the very first letter, P, parentheses. Do we have any? No. Then we go to the second one, E for exponents. Do we have any exponents? Yes, we do. So we have 2 squared. 2 squared is equal to 4. So what helps me out is once I solve for a term, then I am going to completely rewrite the equation. So I have 16 minus 8 divided by 4 plus 14. Alright, so we completed the exponents. And do we have any multiplication or division? Remember, it's multiplication or division left to right. So if we go left to right, looks like we have some division. So with our division, we have 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So from this, we bring everything down. So we have 16 minus 2 plus 14. Alright, and do we have any more multiplication or division? No, we do not. So now we have addition and subtraction. Remember, this is from left to right. So we start on the left side of the equation and we move over to the right. So from here we have 16 minus 2. We'll solve that first. So 16 minus 2 is 14. Bring everything else down. So now the last thing that we have is 14 plus 14, which is equal to 28. So 28 is our final answer for 16 minus 8 divided by 2 squared plus 14 is equal to 28. Alright, so what I want you to do now is to pause the video, try these two examples, and when you're finished, I want you to unpause the video and see how I solved it. Alright, so first, remember, we have, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So if we look at the first one, it does not look like we don't have any parentheses, we don't have any exponents, and with multiplication or division, we do have some division. So let's solve division first. We have 18 divided by 9, which is equal to 2. Once we write that down, we bring everything else down. And this is important when it comes to left to right, because if you realize we have multiplication and division, we have a division here, and we have a multiplication here. So from left to right, you do the division first, followed by the multiplication. So in this one, we do the multiplication next. We do 2 times 6, which is equal to 12. We bring everything else down. And then with the last one, we do 2 plus 12, which is equal to 14. So our final answer of 18 divided by 9 plus 2 times 6 is equal to 14. On the second example, we do have some parentheses. So we have 2 plus 5 inside the parentheses. So we add those together first, which is equal to 7. And then we have this 7, basically, if there's a 4 next to the parentheses, this means that it's being multiplied. So this means 7 times 4. So with this, we solve 7 times 4, which is equal to 28. So in this answer, open parentheses, 2 plus 5, close parentheses, times 4 is equal to 28. Alright, so say that you come across an expression like this. It looks a little daunting because it's in a fraction form, but that fraction form basically means that it's a division sign. So this can be rewritten as, in the parentheses, 8 plus 3 to the third. This is being divided by, and in another parentheses, 12 minus 7. So, if we remember our PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So, the very first one, parentheses. We have two parentheses. We have parentheses here of 8 plus 3 to the third, and another parentheses of 12 minus 7. So, let's look at the first parentheses first. In the parentheses, it looks like we have an exponent. So let's solve the exponent first. So, 3 to the third means 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, and then 9 times 3 is equal to 27. So let's bring that down, bring everything else with it. So now we have two parentheses. So let's solve the first one first. So 8 plus 27 is equal to 35. Bring everything else down. Now there aren't any parentheses over here. There still are parentheses over here, so we'll solve 12 minus 7. So 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. Bring everything else down. So now we have 35 divided by 5, which is equal to 7. So 7 is your final answer. I do highly recommend solving your problems like this, where you're underlining what you're going to be solving, and then you you rewrite each step, so it's a nice organized way to show how to do it. Also, if you happen to have any questions and you need my help, and if you do not show your work like this, I wouldn't be able to tell you where you went wrong. So when you show your work, I would like to see it like this, just in case if you have a question, I'll know exactly where and how to help you.